Good morning, family and friends. We're here on day 11, 10, I don't know. We're going to Denali Park for a historical walking tour. And it is day out so far. Blue, I have to say, we've been really lucky with the weather, right?
Right. We've really lucked out.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
Mountain around here that's 9,000 feet or higher ends up having snow on it year round. So these are less than 9,000 feet. They're formed by two tectonic plates pushing together. So you can imagine a blanket pushed together creates a ripple. That's what happened with these two tectonic plates. They push together, creating the mountains. And we're in one of those ripples, this Denali Park road. They'd be on like the mountain range kind of to the right, and eventually we'll be closer to them. But they are around. It's a little tricky, such a vast area. Well, there's tons of minerals out there. Other things we might see up here too is, and you can see how it's kind of graded a little bit out there. What the Park Service does is they'll end up coming into these areas and they'll take the rocks from these dry riverbed areas, put it into dump trucks, and eventually the road's going to be a dirt road, and they bring the rocks and everything out there to maintain the more of the Denali Park Road. Peak Mountain and a 45-degree angle to that mountain, go down, and then off in the distance be more ripples of the mountain of the Alaskan range, and back behind that 60 miles away is the mountain itself. The one little white area in the distance, it's a mixture between clouds and the actual mountain. There's it almost look, it's more a little more shiny than regular snow or clouds would be, and the sun kind of coming in at it makes it stand out more with the sun, how it's working its way over there. So that's the base. It's the bottom right part of it. And then over here there's a plaque, so that probably helps out too. Writing an article when it ended up getting changed over.
Can't really.
My roommate gave it to me at the time, so it was another grading thing where I was showing the mountain to people one time when I was getting graded, and I called it Mount Denali. And then there was like a big, it's about maybe a page and a half they wrote about the person explained it to me that no, it's just Denali. It's not Mount Denali, just Denali. And then you'll probably see if you kind of understand why he gave me this newspaper clipping. But it goes, letter to the editor, Buddha's on Denali Action, August 31st, 2015. The Denali Centennial climbing team comprised of descendants of the supporters of the first successful ascent of Denali in 1913 by Walter Harper, Hudson Stuck, Harry Carsons, and Robert Tatum. Thanks President Barack Obama for returning.
So those are the privies over there. I call them privies because that's what they are. And I'm on the side trail here. This is very cushiony. Very cushiony. We're going to a cabin that was built for a Savage campsite.
Once you've been to the restrooms, or if you're not waiting for one, come on up the trail a little bit. I'm going to talk about a few things. We'll finish.
They kind of come up. It looks like we got almost everybody here. So here you guys made it to the Savage Cabin. With the Savage Cabin, it was built between 1924 to 1925 by the Alaska Road Commission. With it being built, it was built along the Denali Park Road that we actually went on here. And with it, actually, its original location wasn't here. It originally was down a little bit, and it was two cabins together. They had this roof type section here attached to another cabin itself. So with it being attached to that type of location, when they pulled it up from where it was originally, about the road, probably 2 miles down the road. I'm pretty sure Brian will also show you, and I'll definitely show people on my bus. And it was originally down there, but in the 1940s, the Park Service, the superintendent at the time, thought it was more of an eyesore, so they moved it up to this location. Once they moved it up to here, they used the other half, that other cabin, as firewood. So this is the only one left behind. Almost completely original. Some of the changes were done in the 1980s. So some of the things that were changed to it was the lower part. This is all white spruce. So with the white spruce logs, the lower logs, the two lower ones, you might see looking a little different. Eventually we'll kind of come up and look around here. The lower ones got replaced in the 1980s. Same thing with the roof here too. They used some sort of tar type of a roof back when it was made. But then they ended up having, with this type of one, this is more of like a new age material, but it's still like kind of looking the same type of style. Other things that got changed too is the chimney itself. Still like that type of chimney, but this is like more of a new age type of chimney on it. Here you see some of these are dog sleds, and they had the kennels here. And even today, they bring out during the winter time. They'll bring out for the Park Service. Will come out to this location. They'll usually kind of have the dogs kind of tied up near where the different spruce trees are. You might see some lines even around where some of the ropes were tied up along those spruce trees. Up here to show everyone what it looks like inside. They have it set up in a way that has more of these, a lot of things are Murphy style, so you can have more space in there. But kind of a neat kind of idea. You can imagine what it was like to be here during the 1940s. Well, they have a journal all the way up from 2010. They had other journals too, but they write down when people do come and use this. So there's one, I'll kind of read to you. Usually I like the same one. Let's see if I find it. Yep. So it goes November 29th, December 1st, all the kennel staff, dogs, puppies out for 2 nights of the cabin camping training. Sharon Olson joined us for the second night after skiing in about negative 20 degrees Fahrenheit this morning, the 30th, and with some wind in open areas. So pretty much I always like to kind of read that one, just give you an idea of what it would be like to live here. Can you imagine being here throughout 8 months of the winter? But most of these people today, they're only out for like 2 nights, maybe 3 nights as they're moving along, maybe hauling stuff out or doing some sort of patrolling around. I could probably last about 2 weeks probably before I probably want like some sort of fruit or vegetable. Living off caribou meat and canned beans might not be the most fun. Your fingernails and it kind of grows. This thing right here, to get this from a doll sheep, the doll sheep has to be kind of killed off, and then you could have this one. This is about 7 years old. They start curling about 7. So you have doll sheep. You can take a look at these ones. Other things we have over here. This is for the caribou, and with the caribou, they end up having at least for their antlers. So the antlers are the fastest known growing bone in the world today. And to take a look at those, you have the shovel here. Kind of helps out, protects their nose for the caribou. So you have these. Definitely take a look at them. Just be careful. They're real sharp and stuff, and these ones aren't as heavy. But over there to the left, we end up having also antlers, and those are with the moose. And those are pretty heavy, so just remember when you're lifting them, if you have someone that's going to be taking your photo, if they most likely take your photo a little bit easier. But other than that, come on up, take a look. It's all great. When you're done though, taking a look up here, make sure you kind of head out, back around here to the buses.
These are willows, unlike the ones that we're used to seeing back home. This is what the moose like to chew on or feed on. Looks like a dog shelter. So this is fall colors coming into these ground scrub plants here. It's the beginning of fall here, believe it or not. But yeah, this is how the leaves turn. The spruce doesn't turn, but these do.
Even if they survive the winter, if they're so worn down.
More fall colors. base of Denali. Base of Denali again. There's an Athabascan Indian that gave us a little presentation. He says about 60% of the people that come here do not see this view that we're seeing here today, so we're pretty blessed. That's Nathan, Athabascan. Oh, yeah, I see it. Yeah. Yeah, I got it.
So it's always kind of interesting for me.
It looks like a moose.
You just never know where they are.
That's a moose.
So,
It's a moose.
I thought I saw horns.
Not a bear, it is a moose.
It's by that tree.
You've seen something. Right.
I think it's kind of in the open. So it's good.
Look, it just lifted its head up.
I'm pretty sure it's like a. I don't think it's even 2 years old yet.
Oh, wow.
Very much a moose. She looks Just Michael just come around. Keep on going, dude. Oh yeah. No, don't do that. Alright, I gotta keep turning the camera. He seems like so close. This phone camera just doesn't do justice, I guess. I mean, yeah, he's pretty close. Or she, yeah, you're right, it is looking at. I think there's big white trees in my way.
Yeah, I think it's maybe 2 at most.
Oh yeah.
Came back from the our tour of Denali. We got another 3.5 hours before we go to another tour, a walking tour. We got to go this way. So Rosemary just made a killing in a Christmas store. And now we're going to go eat across the way here to, as our bus driver called this, Glitter Gulch, because this is in a gulch and all the stores across the way are glitter. Look at this big guy. It's one of the local birds, a raven. Just hanging out in front of me. Denali Hot Dog House. Okay.
What the heck is going on? It's a pretty strenuous hike, but if you want to do an easier one, the Savage River Loop is very easy but beautiful. Highly recommend it. It's like going up to the Shire. If you want something within here, the Horseshoe Lake Trail is also very beautiful.
Okay, and the Savage Alpine Trail starts at the visitor center, you said?
You take the shuttle up to mile 15.
Ah. Is this it for the public trails, and then other people are on their own if they're bushwhacking off with the map? Okay.
Yeah. The visitor center would also have more information about that as well. Yep, Triple H goes down here. Yeah, and then
Oh, it's listed as strenuous, not even moderate.
spruce are very stubborn trees in which they only want to hurt trees. That's why they're
These are all aspen trees. Wow, look at this thing.
Moose really got a hold of that.
Yeah, really.
Right there. Is that what you see the way it's curved over?
Oh, yeah.
Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah, that could be from permafrost, but the aspens, but they're very smooth other than that. And if you hit it, it has a dust that comes off of it. Then we're going to continue up. Trees will naturally do that on their own. They are like us in which we shed, just like a snake, right? If we didn't do that, we would burst. If trees didn't do that, they would burst. And so it's important for things to kind of lose the skin cells. So trees will naturally do so. On coniferous trees,
Wow. Then looking at that beautiful view.
Isn't it beautiful? That's the one.
Oh,
Seems too small.
Nice view.
nice. Figured you want one of this.
Don't push me down.
And where do you think we should stand? To the
so
extra?
I can do one right. Well, it is wolfbane.
What's it called again?
Yeah, usually very beautiful.
What is that
Wolves-
called?
Wolf's bane, monk's hood, leopard's bane, queen of poisons.
Oh,
Wow.
it's called wolfbane too?
And just by
Yeah,
touching
so
it,
is,
you'll break out. It's like poison ivy?
Yep.
Wow.
Claire actually touched it. She got it on her face, and she got it really swelled up, rash. It was not a cute look on her, and luckily
something-
nothing.
Power easement view. Bunch of blueberries around here too.
That's why she took us off here to pick blueberries.
What's that?
That's why she went this way, so we could pick blueberries.
Oh, very cool.
Oh, there's the prison. No, it's another hotel. I drive bus drivers.
Said it was a prison.
He said that's the prison.
That is so funny. I mean, basically, you kind of get trapped up there if you don't have a car. It's a really weird tone. So I don't have to.
If you guys want to be in the photo, I was going to take a photo of everybody. We get like a...
So you can only go to mile 15, which is where mile 15, which is where Savage River is.
Okay. Oh, then you mentioned mile 15 before when I was like it.
Yes. And so I mean.
Beautiful area. Healy Mountain. That's what that is. This is a loop trail. Goes past the sled dog kennel where we passed on our trip this morning. Now we're heading back. This is a turnaround point. There's that hotel that we seen is right above our place, and so everything else, our place is right below it. So this sign says bearing tree. I have no idea what that means, but this is a spruce. So I'll have to ask our guide. So we finished our hike. Right there. What do you think of your hike?
Oh,
Tell everybody out there what
I'm
you thought
glad
of
I
it.
went. I didn't want to go, but it was great.
Did a 10-mile
Glad I
hike.
went.
It was 5,000 foot
Did
elevation.
3 miles. It was 2,000
It
foot
was unbelievable.
elevation.
She drove me up one of the
Wait,
mountains.
where are we going?
I don't know. We're lost. Anyway, our tour guide did not know what bearing tree meant on that sign that I showed you. So I have no idea what it means. We don't know. Look it up. I guess you'll Google it and figure it out. But now we're going to dinner. And then tomorrow we'll leave here and go to another lodge for a day, and then to Anchorage, and then fly home.
uniforms and a big hello. If you just got here, hello. Hello's all around. So I'm going to be singing and playing for a little while. Feel free to come on up and talk to me. Hey, singing this together. Let's rock. Something that's so long to change the world now. We'll kill the fatted calf tonight. Sing along.
All right, we're finished with dinner, and we are heading back to the room. We had to bring our dessert with us, cookies, because we're very, very full. So this will be the end of the day recap. We did 2 hikes in Denali, well, 2 tours in Denali, and we got a really good taste of it. Hopefully it'll come out in my videos. So I'll spend some time editing tonight. Yeah, we had a good time here. So tomorrow we go to McKinley Lodge, Wilderness Lodge, just for a day. Then we head down to Anchorage on a train, just for a day, and we head out Friday evening on a plane to Newark, maybe.
Hopefully.
So that's about it. Thanks, folks, for watching. Hope you enjoyed today. We did. See you tomorrow. God bless. Bye.